welcome back into my kitchen today. I have got a treat for you guys. So if you've ever wondered, am I still going to be able to purchase butter in the future? Well, there's no need to worry about that because I want to show you today how to actually make ghee from butter. Now you may be wondering what ghee is. Well, it's actually clarified butter. So with butter, you need to keep it in the fridge, you know, because it's got lactose, you know, all the stuff that will go off if you keep it out on your bench. So making clarified butter into ghee will actually be able to, you will be able to keep it on your shelf without having to put it in the fridge and worrying about it going off. And you can use ghee in all your cooking, you know, the way you would use butter. I made ghee previously just to see how it was going to work because I'd never done it before and I wanted to give it a try. So the way I made this ghee was actually in the oven. It is actually a long process. I wanted to test it out because if for some reason you don't have electricity but you've got a wood stove, you can still make ghee on your wood stove. So I actually did it in that method. But anyway, that's how it turned out. I actually have been saving up buying a whole heap of butter and that's taken up room in my fridge. So I need to get rid of it and get it into some jars and pop it away on the fridge. Pop it away in the cupboard. So today I'm gonna do it in another way, another method, and that's just on top of the stove in my saucepan. This is the first time doing it this way. It looks relatively easy. Well, watching everybody else do it looks easy. So hopefully it will be easy as well. So I've actually got my jars, my bigger jars, my pint jars in the oven, sterilizing at the moment. Not too sure how long this is gonna take to actually melt down all this butter here. But just let's get started and see how long it's gonna take. So this needs to be melted completely. But anyway, I will show you as I go along the different stages. Let's just hope I get it all done correctly. But anyway, let's get started. You know, instead of putting the block in, I think I'm gonna chop it up just to make it that little bit easier. So I get a board. Actually, I might stop it there because my my pot is not that big. So I've popped in there 750 grams of the butter. I'm just gonna have to do this in a few stages, I guess, to get through all the butter in the fridge. So, so now that you've cut it up, I might just wash my hands first and then pop it on the stove. I'm not gonna have it on a super high heat. I'm not too sure exactly what heat I'm gonna have it on, but let's just get it up to get it start melting, and then you got to bring it to a boil, and then you'll start to see the butter separating from the can't even think of the word right now, but I will get it. And someone's trying to ring me. I have no idea who. Anyway, I'll come back. So, okay, I've popped, so all the butter was popped in, and I had melted it down, had it up on medium heat, and I've just turned it down now to 5. This is normal, seeing all this frothy scum on top. Well, it's not quite the scum, butter scum, if you want to call it that. But anyway, this is normal. Don't need to stir it. This will become sort of a hands-off process. Of course, just watch it, but you just need to keep melting it down, keep going, and eventually this will change. So I'll come back and show you. We can see some of that is changing now, but it needs to be boiling for a little bit longer. So I'll come back and show you what it will look like in a little bit. Okay guys, I just did another batch. So I think I know where I went. Well, I didn't go wrong before. I just took it a bit far of the nuttiness. This time I only put in 500 grams of butter instead of 500 grams of butter. So there's not a lot in here, and I haven't taken it as far. I don't know if you can see, but it's just slightly brown down the bottom. That's what you want. So don't worry about the frothiness, this scum on top. So I'm just going to pour it in here to separate. So I guess slow and easy wins the race. So don't put as much in here to get done, because my problem was I couldn't see the bottom, and I couldn't see how far the browning was going with the ghee. So can you see? I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, maybe a little bit. There you go. It's only just brown. It's not black like before. So, and there's a totally different, I'll just pop this over here. That's okay. There is a totally different color of the ghee. So, but that's okay. You know what? It will be interesting to see what this one tastes like. But I know this, the ghee that I've already done, this one, was the same similar color as this. So it's a learning lesson for me. So I don't know whether this is going to taste awful or yummy. I'll soon find out. I had a little bit left over, so I just topped it up in this one. It'll be interesting to see the rainbow colored ghee here. And if there's any left over, I think I've only got enough for a pint jar. So if there's any left over, I'll just fill that one up. Maybe not, because I want to separate the color actually. Anyway, let me just pop this aside. Oh, that's still warm. And this time I didn't scoop out the scum on top of, like in the saucepan. Oh, there you go. I think I'm just gonna, actually, you know what? Oh, there you go. I'm actually happy with that. Because it's nothing, because this is ghee, I think you can go a little bit higher than the head here. I think a lot of people like to just stop at the head. I don't think there's any reason why you couldn't go a little above that. Obviously not touching the rim. You don't want to touch the rim. But to me, this is a good indication that I can get a 500 gram block of butter and pop it in a pint jar. Perfect for me. I didn't realize that would fit, but it did. So all good. So I guess depending on how much of a nutty flavour you are wanting with your ghee will depend on how long you leave it on the stove. I actually didn't time it, so I'm not sure. But for me, I'm not going to put as much butter in it because I need to actually see the bottom. So there you go, lesson learned, guys. A helpful tip for you: do not put too much butter in to melt, because you're not going to be able to swish it around unless you've got a big enough saucepan. But I didn't, and that's the end result. This one still might taste nice, I just don't know, I haven't tried it. But anyway, this is ideal, I think. Yeah, I think this is ideal. That's maybe taking it a bit too far. I don't know if it tastes burnt. It wasn't burnt in the bottom, it was just well browned. So, all right, I'm gonna keep going. I do want to finish all the clubs of butter that I have in the fridge because it's taken up too much room. And I've got a few more pint jars still in the oven, so I'm gonna get cracking. All right. Okay, so right about now, I'm feeling a little defeated. I did my next batch and it turned out dark again, like this lot, and I took it too far again. So I don't want to make another batch like this. So I'm calling it quits for today, and I'm going to start fresh another day and finish off this video another day, because I really don't know what this is going to taste like. So I would rather wait and feel refreshed, starting all from scratch again, so I get that color and not this color. All right, so bye for now, and I will see you in a little bit when I don't feel deflated. I'll see you in a little bit when I don't feel deflated. Alrighty, I'm back. So yesterday I felt a little defeated because I thought my butter that I was turning into ghee wasn't turning out right, or the right color that I see in many other people's videos. However, I did mention that the darker your butter or ghee turns out, it actually provides that really nutty taste. And I just wasn't sure whether I had taken it too far or whether it would be okay. So see how the different colors, so that is the more darker one that I placed on top. And ideally this is the color I would like to have, because it is more of a neutral taste that you can have with anything and use with anything. However, the darker you go, it gives off a nutty taste. So I did taste it and it's perfect. I love it. To me, I've already had some already. So to me, it does taste nutty, almost like a caramelized taste, which is really nice, I guess, if you have with banana, for more of a sweet type of recipe. So it is not wasted. So I'm super stoked about that. I just wasn't sure because I hadn't done it before. Like, I had done the first batch and that turned out perfect. So I'm not impressed anymore. So I'm okay with it. However, I did encounter a problem when I let it cool down. I think you can just see there. So yesterday when I let it cool down before putting the lid on, I think I let it cool down too far and the lids didn't seal on it. So I just popped these back in the oven and just melted it down again, and that is perfectly fine. You can do that. And it is melted just about all the way through. Now it's still super hot, so I'm not ready to put the lids on yet. However, I'm not going to make that mistake again. So just when it's slightly warm, yeah, I'm going to put the lids on then. So I'm going to put these ones aside. I've just got some more butter on the stove now, which I'll just go and check in a sec. Ready to pop into some more jars and hopefully get this color, because this is the color I want, which will go with everything and anything. All right, well, let me go and check and I'll come back. Okay, so I noticed a little bit of scum from the top of the ghee has gone through. I'm hoping it's not going to be a problem. What I should have done is maybe just scraped off some of that scum sitting on the top of the ghee before pouring it in here to strain. Anyway, live and learn. So I'll just see how this turns out. Not too sure because that one's just got a little bit more. So I'm hoping it's going to be okay. And of course, I just filled up my current one that I'm using on the shelf with the excess. So we'll get to see the difference in the colours. We'll just see how that goes. There you go, guys. All done. Okay, before popping your lids on, ensuring that you've sterilised them, you just want to go around the edge of the lids, the jar, sorry, and ensure that there's no butter or ghee that is on there. Make sure it's all clear, and then I'm popping on the lid now. It's not too cool, it's still a bit warm. I don't want to miss out this time on getting that seal. Okay, so I'll just wipe over these. All right, they're all good. They're still a bit warm. Not too sure what happened to the rest of that video, but anyway, you got shelf life GHEE for about 5 years stored in this container.